this is it. Our time in New York City, working in our hospital, living in a hotel, seeing new friends, exploring new places. It's over.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And on we'll go.
To help remember what life was like living here, we took a time lapse of our walk to the subway. We see more people on the streets every morning than the day before, ever since the city started to reopen.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
We worked our second to last shift, and then of course walked back to the subway, hopped back on the 7 line, returning to our little hotel home.
And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive.
And now the final time riding the subway to work. From the very first shift, now to the very last. Of course with the required home-brewed coffee, as per protocol. When we arrived, we found out our coworkers were giving us a little going-away treat and bought all kinds of great foods for us. It was so touching and wonderful. We've really grown to love the people here, and leaving is way more difficult than I thought it would be. And then it was over. The final shift. All those early mornings, long sweaty shifts, late nights, COVID gear, great nurses and doctors, it's all now behind us. Get it, this is where we would walk every day. All along there. Wow! Oh, they even have a little food cart. And as a great New York send-off, we saw our first rat. That is a rat tail. What's it gonna do once the train starts getting... Oh, I see it moving. What's it gonna do when the train starts getting closer? Oh! Oh. Tonight, instead of going straight home, we rode the 7 line to the very end, to the Beehive, where we met with some good friends to share a drink and say goodbye, knowing we'd probably never see each other again. We decided to stay one extra day to get properly rested and packed up before the long drive home back to South Carolina. This extra day gives us a chance to meet up with some friends from home who also came up here to work. And we were finally able to eat out at a restaurant for the first time. There have been all these boarded up restaurants all around our hotel taunting us with sidewalk menus full of delicious food. Once a week, we did treat ourselves from the normal soup, sandwich, and frozen meals with a Grubhub order, normally from Dallas Barbecue, which, by the way, is amazing, some pizza, or Chick-fil-A. But actually eating somewhere besides a hotel bed or the hospital break room is amazing. And we'd wanted to try this restaurant, O'Connelly's, since day one. We've passed it so many times. It's haunting us with signs for beer and Irish pub food. And on our last day, we were blessed to be able to eat out. Literally. There were tables set up outside that we stood at to eat the delicious food. After cheering to our time spent here, we started walking to the subway to go to Central Park for one last time. And on the way, we met a celebrity. Wow.
From there, ready?
Yeah, okay. Just jump. It's not as tall from here. Whoop, my shoe broke.
Okay. Right there. Right. Now I'm gonna, just like I did her, I'm gonna control your hips down, right? 3, push out, 3, 2, stretch it back, push out, push out.
Oh, thank you. It's scarier from up there, I'll be honest.
From Central Park, we walked around Manhattan and found another open store. A chocolate store, my favorite. We're in a real store, buddy.
Yeah, and then I'll take a peek.
We enjoyed walking around the city, looking at the sights, seeing the beautiful fog, and found another open restaurant. And at this restaurant, I got my other favorite thing, fried cheese sticks. On our way back home, we happened upon the Ghostbusters fire station. And then we were back at the subway, ready to take one last ride home. Here's a funny adjustment to hotel living: filling ice buckets. Our floor didn't have an ice bucket, so we'd hop on the elevator, go to the 10th floor, fill her up, then back down to the room. Once we got home, we were both just feeling so sad about leaving New York City. Looking around at the now empty hotel room was so depressing. So, in our futile effort to fight the ever-falling sands of time, we left our hotel at night for the first time to revisit our favorite spot. We hopped into an Uber and off we went. First up was a little park we'd never been to before, and it had a beautiful view of the skyline. There was a hot dog cart here. I'd never had a New York City hot dog from a cart on the side of the street before. We were chatting with the guy running the hot dog cart, and when he found out it was our last night here in the city, that we came up to help out with COVID, and that we'd never had a hot dog from a hot dog cart, he gave us 2 free hot dogs. What an awesome guy. Another Uber ride later to our favorite spot, down in Dumbo, Brooklyn, to sit by the water and just remember all of our time here. It is because it is the last day. I can hear them way before I see them. That seems... Oh, you know what? We must be hearing the one before it. That's why I'm like, that seems wrong. Wow. The jeans probably make it harder.
Oh, that's too fast.
I don't understand at all. We stumbled across this giant glowing heart and had a little mini photo session. And then we Ubered back to our hotel to spend our final night here. Goodbyes that night with our favorite front desk staff member definitely ended with tears. We got up early and walked to the parking garage so we could grab the car, park it in front of the hotel, and load her up. where we spent 2 entire months of our lives. In what felt like the blink of an eye, we were saying goodbye forever to everything we had become so familiar with and everything that had become our home. And then it was over, officially driving home back to South Carolina. While leaving brought a lot of sadness, I would never trade or take back any of my time in New York City, and everything I have learned and did there will stay with me forever.